What's up, YouTube? Okay, we are going to be doing a first impressions on the SOG hand axe. This is a cool item I picked up recently off of Amazon. Essentially what it comes with is just the axe and the sheath. I've gone ahead and added a piece of paracord here to give it a loop so that can be hung just in storage or hung onto my pack, because of this loop that they have here with the nylon webbing is pointless. Nobody's going to carry an axe like that and weave their belt through it, so I went ahead and added that. Has some snaps, just pops right out. And as you can see, it's a pretty simple design. I won't get into the specs. There's other videos out there. I don't really do a lot of reviews and talk about measurements and weights and things, so I won't really comment on that. I know it's pretty cheap. I think it's like $4.40 steel, so it's cheap steel, not the best, but again, it's a $25 axe. It's very lightweight. I should say it's a hatchet, but it's very lightweight, compact. It's small. It's about a foot long. You see how thin it is. Now it's probably, geez, a third or less the thickness of a regular axe. So you're not going to have that head weight that you'd have on a traditional hatchet or axe head. One thing I do like about it is it has this kind of lightning groove, I guess they call it, and two extensions for the tang there, so you get a lot of strength there. I've had issues with hatchets before where the head breaks off, so I like the fact that it's full tang, and the tang does run all the way into the handle. I have this wrapped, which I often do, in electrical tape and then tennis racket handle tape, because how they have these scales on here, I think these are probably a micarta scale or some G10 or something, they don't have them all the way to the edge, so the tang of the hatchet sticks out, kind of contours along the edge. It doesn't feel that bad, but I didn't like it, how it felt. It kind of rubbed wrong, and it was still a little thin for my hands, so this helps to bulk it up, make it a lot tackier, grippier, and it just feels a lot better like that. So I would definitely recommend wrapping this hatchet, so that, especially for something like this where it's the only purpose of it is to be repetitively hacking with it, so it's going to rub your hands. Make sure that you have it set up so that it's as ergonomic as possible. It's very sharp. Came pretty sharp. I put about a knife edge sharpness on it, so it'll cut through anything. I don't know how well it'll hold that blade. I haven't used it yet. Again, this is a first impression. I'm more of a saw guy than a hatchet guy, because I got a Baco Laplander and that thing works really well. So for anything 4 to 5 inches or less, and if you're going to be doing 4 or 5 inches or more, sure, you can bring this. It's going to take you forever to get through it. So I don't know, maybe if you had the saw too, you could saw half of it and then hack the rest. I don't know. But this is kind of just in case, so I can put it in a bug out bag or just have it in my kit, so that if I do feel like I want a hatchet or axe and I don't want to carry all the weight, because weight is a big consideration, then I'll just throw this in with my gear. You can even carry this on your waist. It'll slide right in your pack. It doesn't take up a lot of space. and it's reliable. It will hack through stuff. You can use it as a hammer. So there's a lot of functions for it. But you know, it just doesn't have that wedge that a traditional hatchet has. So keep in mind with this thing, it's all just a flat piece of, I don't know, it's like 1/4 inch thick probably steel, and then it does taper obviously up towards the edge, but you know, it's got really great reviews. This isn't something I would see breaking or bending, so I don't think a lot can go wrong with it. The main limitation or drawback to it is just going to be the fact that it may not chop as well as other large, heavier axes. But you're getting what you want out of it as far as a compact, light hatchet. So you can't really complain there. I did have some issues with the sheath. Maybe I just didn't do it right, but snaps were coming undone and the thing was like falling out of it. So problem is if you snap this one here and this one's undone, it'll actually still fall out even with this one attached. So you really want to make sure you have both attached, both snaps secure, or this thing will fall out. As far as this loop there with the paracord, I'd recommend doing that if you have one of these. That way you can just hang it up on a hook on the wall, or like I said, from your gear belt or on your pack. Wrap the handle with something, put Ranger bands on there, hockey tape, whatever you want, but wrap that handle because you're not going to like the plain handle with the tang sticking through. It just doesn't feel right. Well, that's pretty much it. I would definitely recommend this based on my first impressions. Again, this is the SOG hand axe. Thanks for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Take it easy.